Hi, I'm Lindsay and thank you for joining me again for a Pilates at home session. Today's session we're going for a little bit more flow, a little bit more fluidity whilst maintaining control in the body and in the breath, okay? So we're going to find ourselves standing onto our mat, toes pointing forward, find the space into the toes, feel the tripods and the soles of the feet anchored down into the mat. Begin to drop through the pelvic floor, begin to connect through the core, the belly button draws back towards the spine and slides behind the rib cage. We're aware of the breath flowing in through the sides of the body, that nice lateral breath, nice and wide and full. And as you exhale the breath, feel everything hugging into midline as the waist hugs away from the waistband of the trousers. The belly draws back towards the spine, slides up behind the rib cage. As we lift the rib cage out the pelvis, think of length through our spine, crown of the head, reaching tall. As we find that length through the back of the neck, turn ever so slightly down, and the shoulder blades just sliding down towards the base of our spine. So we're just going to start with a nice inhale and exhale. Then start to roll our shoulders, sliding them wide and down, wide and down, wide and down. This time we're going to take a roll with our shoulders, then hands onto shoulders, and a bigger roll with our shoulders. Then hands reach in and slide them down. Shoulder roll. Hands onto shoulders, draw those circles with the elbows. Reaching our arms tall and sliding them down. One more. Shoulders. Hands on the shoulders as we circle the elbows. Reach and circle with the hands and slide them down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nod the chin towards the chest. Roll the body down. Let the head just hang there. Stretch through the backs of the legs. Stretch through the spine. Just be aware of that breath. Each exhale, just sinking into it a little deeper. Inhale the breath, and as you exhale, drop through the arches, drop through the inner thighs, drop through the pelvic floor. Begin to stack the spine, creating more space. And the last thing to come up is the head as you reach the crown of the head tall to the ceiling once again. Inhale the breath. As you exhale, nodding the chin towards the chest, rolling it down. So one vertebrae at a time, being aware of the space in between each vertebrae. Not skipping past any, no sections, but just peeling it down. Inhale, and as you exhale, rolling all the way back up. And our last one, inhale, exhale, nodding the chin towards the chest, rolling it down. From there, we're just going to take it to a little bend into our knees, and then floating it up into a half squat. Float the hands and the gaze up, lift the chest, the gaze, the heart, and press it up into standing. And glide it down. So we're rolling the chin down towards the chest, rolling it, squatting a little bend, lifting it up, floating the hands, the gaze, the chest, the heart, pushing the floor away, pelvis into neutral, and gliding it down. Rolling it down. Last opening squat. Sinking the hips down, a little bend, floating it up, floating the arms up, taking the gaze, the chest, the heart, the extension into our spine, pushing the floor away and gliding our hands down. Now we're going into our swinging squats. We're going to float our hands up and then sink it down. Send the bum back so we're sitting into a chair. Keep the length into spine. Send the arms back, open across the chest and the collarbone. And then as you exhale, scoop up through the pelvic floor. Send it tall onto your toes. Sinking it down. Exhale, scoop up and lengthen. Challenge the balance at the top as you bring it up onto your toes, gliding it down. Peel back up, lift and lengthen. Gliding it down. Peel back up, lift and lengthen. Gliding it down. Peel back up, lift and lengthen. This one, we're going to take up and then we're going to open. We're going to keep our feet down and just extend the spine. Glide it down. And feet down and open and extend. Sinking it down. And open and extend. Sinking it down. And open, extend. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift and open. Sinking it down. And lift and open. And bringing the hands down. Perfect. Okay. A little cross body movement now. Taking the feet a little wider than hip distance apart. We're going to take a little squat and reach our right hand to the outside of our left foot. Our gaze is in line with the hand. And then as we float the arm up, push the floor away. Reach one hand down to the floor, open across the other hand, so we've got that nice cross-body stretch, and then as we squat down, we reach the hand to the outside of the left foot, so think our saw movement in our Pilates, and lift, and open, and squat, and reach, and squat, and reach and open. Sinking it down, follow with the eyes, open the body out. 2 more this side. And reach and open. 1 more. And reach and open. And rest it down. Other side, Pilates box square. Anchor the feet. We're going to squat that bum back, reach the hand to the outside of the left boot. Eyes in connection with the fingers. Float up and open and reach. And squat. And open and reach. Sinking it down and press the floor away. So as you push the feet into the floor, you're reaching the hand as far up to get that length from fingertips to the soles of the feet. 2 more. Squatting it down. Push the floor away. 1 more. Squat it down. Push the floor away and bring it back down. Perfect. A little bit of rotation into her body now. A little bit of rotation into her spine. Feet just a little wider and hip distance apart again. We're going to take a right hand. We're just going to cross over the body and left hand. Let the sole of the foot or the heel just gently float up. Reaching and reaching. Reach. Now begin to reach a little further. Get that little stretch into the waist. Follow the eyes with the fingers. 1 more each side. This time feet are going to stay down. And we're just going to rotate. And we're just going to let the hands gently tap off our body. Rotating, but lengthening the spine. The taps on the body, stimulating, bring the circulation, bringing the blood flow. Warming that spine up, keeping that rotational movement into our body. That little twist, working into the waist and the obliques. Also giving that little twist internal. That little ring out. And then bring it all the way back into center. Perfect. We're going to take it down onto our mat. So bring it to the back of your mat to begin with. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, nod the chin towards the chest. Roll your body down. Let the head just hang there for a moment. And then we're just going to walk it out to all fours. Wrists are below our shoulders. Knees are below our hips. We have our length from top of the head to the tailbone. We have our ribcage drawn together. We've not let it pop and the spine sink down and the stomach sink down to the floor. We're scooping that belly button towards our spine. And our scaffolding, all our bones are in the right place, stacked, balanced and stable. So we're going to start from here and we're just going to send our tailbone back towards our heels. And then scoop the pelvis and bring it into plank. You might need to move your hands just a little further forward. Set the tailbone down towards our heels and scoop and bring it forward into plank. Sitting it back. Now we're just in our half plank and we're thinking about mobilizing through the spine. Tailbone, now scoop, stretch to the lower lumbar spine and then lengthen it all out. Sit it back and then scoop and lengthen. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears as you come forward into that plank position. 1 more. Scoop, bring it to plank. From our plank, we're going to lower it down. And then we're going to lift it up into a swan dive. Lower it down, push it back to plank. Sit it back, scoop it up. Lengthen shoulders down. Control to lower it down. And then swan dive. And then lower down from our swan dive. Push the floor away. Set the tailbone back to the heels. Scoop the pelvis, bring it forward, slide the shoulder blades down. Control, so the bend happens into the elbows, the sides of the arms, slide down the sides of the body. Now we're lengthen through the neck as we bring it up into swan dive, scooping the belly button off the floor, pelvis pressed in, and then lowering it down to our lengthened position, pushing it back. Couple more. Tailbone back. Scoop it. Half plank. Lower. Swan dive. Lengthen and lower. Push it up. Last one. Slide it back. Scoop the pelvis. Bring it to our plank. Lower it down for a swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Pause there. Inhale. As we exhale, look over your right shoulder, down towards your right toes. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder, down towards the left toes. Inhale, center. Slowly lower the body down. Take the hands, one on top of the other. Send the elbows wide so your chest and armpits can sink as close to the floor. Let the toes just point towards each other as you take a gentle bottom rock. And we're looking for the upper body to stay nice and still. So no movement through the shoulders. And just rock that bottom gently from side to side and just keep that movement going. Releasing through the lower lumbar spine. This is a nice one if we have lower back pain. It's a very calming, a very organising. Calming the mind, the body, the central nervous system. Nice smooth rhythmic movement. Being aware if one side feels slightly different to the other. 3, 2, 1. Slide the hands back. Push it back into our plank. Sit the tailbone down. This time let the bum sink right down to the heels. Walk the hands further forward if you can. Stretch the lower lumbar spine. Nice breath in. And as you exhale, bring it all the way back up. Roll with your shoulders. And then we're going to take it over into sitting. So send your 2 legs away nice and long. Lengthen the spine, tall, lift the rib cage out, the pelvis, open across the chest and collarbone. Little bend into the knees if you need to bring yourself more upright. And we're just going to glide it down. C curve, float to open. Draw the hands back in and peel yourself back up. Roll up the sit bones, back of the pelvis, sink it down to the floor. Open it out. Draw back into center. Heel yourself back up. Couple more. Rolling it down, stretching through that lower lumbar spine, warming up the core. Open the arms out. Draw the arms back in and peel yourself back up. Last one. We're going to roll it down. Open it out. Draw the arms back in and peel back up. This time taking it to a roll up. So just if you need to, send the soles of the feet one way. Sit nice and tall, shoulder blades glided down. We're going to inhale, tuck the tailbone under. Exhale, roll your body down to the mat. Arms only going as far overhead as you can keep that connection. So if you take your arms all the way back in the rib cage lifts, and the spine lifts up off the floor, we've gone too far. We need to close the ribs. We need to keep the nice alignment into our spine. Our corset stays wrapped. Find your point. Inhale, nodding towards the chest. Exhale, rolling up and reach and stretch. Try not to collapse down on it. Keep that nice rounded into the spine as we begin to roll away. And then exhale, lay the spine down. Inhaling and exhale, lift and lengthen. This time we're going to roll it down. Add this in if you wish. As we come forward, reach, slide the legs in, slide the legs away, roll the body down. Peeling up, slide it in, little stomach massage, lengthen away, roll the body down. Peeling yourself up, sliding it in, slide it away, roll the body down. Inhale, exhale to lift, slide it, lengthen, inhale and exhale to roll. Couple more, peeling up, glide the heels in, push the feet away, roll the body down. Peeling up, gliding the heels in, push the feet away, roll your body down and take a nice stretch. Lengthen the arms away, lengthen the legs away, sweep the arms round, hug the knees in, give a little roll from side to side. Take the arms down by the side of the body, send your 2 legs nice and tall. We're going to take our right leg, let the right leg sink out to the side, press the right leg back into center. Take the left leg, press away to the side, draw that left leg back into center. So the upper body's relaxed, the shoulders are down, our Pilates box is square, the waist stays the same, then press it back in. The weight through the back of the pelvis is nice and even, and as the weight of the leg and gravity goes to one side, we're trying not to lift the other side off the floor. Draw back in. So one leg stays still as the other leg mobilizes. One leg stays still as the other leg moves away from midline, presses back into midline. Inhaling, pressing it back in. Lengthen, inhale, prepare. Press it back in and hug your knees down. So we're just in that little stretch. We're getting that control to the pelvis. We're opening through the hips. 2 legs to tabletop, hands down to the floor. We're going to take the 2 legs over, send the 2 legs away. Bend the 2 knees in and draw the 2 legs to center. Taking it to the other side. Extend and lengthen. Bend the legs. Draw the legs in. taking the legs over, send the legs away, bend the knees, draw back in, inhale to prepare, exhale, take it over, inhale to lengthen, exhale to bend, inhale to center, exhale, take it over, inhale to reach, exhale to bend, inhale to center, and hug the knees in. Stay at whichever level you prefer. We're going to add one more layer to this if you wish. So find that lengthened space. Knees are over hips, shins are parallel to the floor. We've wrapped our corset. We've kept our pelvis nice and neutral, shoulders are down, we're open. We're going to take the two legs over to one side. We're going to extend the legs away. We're going to keep bottom leg still as the top leg comes into center, and then the other leg joins. Bends the legs in. Take the two legs over. Extend the legs. One leg comes into center and the other leg joins. Bend the legs in. Take the two legs over. Extend the two legs. One leg into center and the other leg joins. Last one. Take the two legs over. Extend the two legs away. Bring one leg into center, then the other leg joins. Then draw the legs in and cradle the head into the hands. Ready for a chest lift. Inhale the breath as you exhale, chest lift. Rounding the upper body, the lower body stays still. And then lay the body down. So we're flexing forward, so like nod the chin towards the chest, peeling the upper spine off, and then laying and lengthening the spine down. Each time we come forward, we're trying to keep nice and still in the lower part of the body, but come a little higher in the upper part. And each time we lengthen down, we're looking for more length and space. So that crown of the head, as it lengthens down, reaches further towards the back of the mat. This time, rounding it forward. Right leg, tap it down, slide it away and draw back in. Left leg, tap it down, slide it away, draw back in. Right, tap, slide away, draw back in. Left tap, slide away, draw back in. One more each side. Bring it back in. Send the leg away, pelvis still. Bring it back into center. Place one foot down. Place the other foot down and lower the upper body down. We're going to keep our head cradled into our hands. Elbows just in the peripheral vision. Pelvis is in neutral. Length through the sides of the body, nice and even through both sides. Crown of the head reaching away from the tailbone. The feet are planted down, the toes are lengthened, and the tripods are nice and evenly balanced. When you're ready, we're going to take it to a chest lift. Peel the chin towards the chest, back of the head and neck, wheel up off the spine. Gaze goes through the center of our thighs, and then lay the spine down, lengthen the head down. One more chest lift, round and forward, gaze through the center of the thighs, and then lengthen and lay back down. The arms are just going to rest as wide out to the side now as you can. Open across the chest and the collarbone. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, you might need to scoot your heels just a fraction closer. As you exhale, we're going to peel the tailbone. As you peel the tailbone, feel the back of the waistband of the trousers start to sink down into the floor, the belly button sink into the floor. Start to peel the tailbone, now the back of the pelvis, so we've got that good tilt, that good stretch through the lower lumbar spine, and then slowly start to wheel the spine up. Press the pelvis tall to the ceiling. So we're now trying to open through the fronts of our thighs, squeeze through the back of the legs and the glutes. Close that rib cage down, and then slowly start rolling the spine down, one vertebrae at a time, and send the tailbone away, pelvis in neutral. One more of these. Inhale as you exhale, peeling it up, rolling it up into a shoulder bridge, rolling it down, and lengthening it away. This time we inhale the breath. As we exhale, round yourself forward for your chest lift. As you inhale, begin to roll that down, but then start to feel your tailbone and take it up into your shoulder bridge. So it's like a little seesaw. As you roll the spine down and extend through the lower part of the spine, begin to round the upper body forward into flexion. Roll the upper body down as you peel the lower body up. Roll the lower body down as you peel the upper body up. Make sure that when we take it to the end of our shoulder bridge, that the pelvis rests back into neutral. So finish the movement in the perfect starting position, ready for the next one. Laying the spine down, peeling the base of the spine up, and a couple more. We roll the lower part down as we peel the upper part forward, pelvis neutral, lengthen the upper part of the spine down, peel the lower part down, bring it into your shoulder bridge, and then from there sweep your hands round, let the hands rest down by the side of the body. The rib cage is closed. We squeeze through the back of legs and glutes, and we're open through the fronts of our hips. We're going to sink our bottom down and then peel back up. Sink our bottom down, peel back up. Sink our bottom down and peel back up. When you're ready, take your right foot and float that leg up to tabletop. Send the leg nice and tall. Lower the leg down through the heel for 1. Press back up for 2. Press back up for 3. Press back up. Bend the knee. Place the foot down. Other side, hips nice and level, rib cage closed. Float the left leg up. Send the leg tall. We're going to send down through the heel for 1. Press back up for 2. And press back up and for 3. And press back up. Bend the knee. Place the foot down. And then roll your spine all the way down to the mat. Pelvis to neutral. Send the 2 legs away. Take the arms overhead and take a nice full body stretch. Inhale and lengthen. As you exhale, sweep the arms round, scoop the legs up, hug the knees to the chest, give a little roll from side to side. And then we're going to take hold of our right knee. We're going to hug that right knee and that right thigh bone into the body as you send that left leg away. Let that leg lengthen across the mat. Hugging that leg in towards the body. Inhaling, and as you exhale, stretching through the back of the legs and into the glutes. And then gently release. Little circle with one ankle one way, little circle the opposite way. And then bring it to center. Take your right hand down to the floor. Take your left hand to the outside of that right leg. Spine stays long. Feet and tailbone reaching one way, crown of head reaching the other way as we inhale the breath. And as we exhale, cross that leg over the body. Now this arm is nice and long and lengthened. We rest it on top, so the weight of the arm and gravity and the leg just take us over into that rotation. We're trying to stay open across the chest and the collarbone, the gaze staying tall to the ceiling. And then bring it all the way back into center. Hug your 2 knees in again. And then a little roll from side to side. Take hold of your left knee, slide your right leg away, inhale the breath. Exhale as you draw the thigh bone in towards the body. The spine staying stable. Stretching through the back of the legs and into the glutes. And then a gentle release, little circles with our ankle one way, little circles with our ankle the other way, keeping that mobility and fluidity in the movements of our foot and our ankle. And then we're going to take our left hand to the floor, our right hand to the outside of that left leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine, exhale, cross the leg over. The weight of this arm rested down onto the leg. Inhaling, and as you exhale, sinking into just a little deeper. Gaze staying tall, shoulders staying open. And then inhale, as you exhale, scoop it back into center. Little massage, circling both knees in one direction, and then both knees in the opposite direction. And then slide the hands to the backs of the thighs, nod the chin towards the chest, and then peel yourself back up into sitting. And that is you. So hopefully feel a little bit more fluidity and control into your body. Eased out any tensions, any knots, got rid of any stale breath and air that was lingering into the body. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again for another one soon. Thanks very much.